guess I should say Merry Christmas, but it's only the 25th of November, but I'm getting ready to make some pies to take up to Donna's and Ray's for Thanksgiving, but Aaron thinks it will be kind of a little Christmas deal anyway, so here goes to nothing with trying to make some pie crust for the video, and I guess it eventually will be for Christmas. So the first thing you need is some gold medal flour and Crisco and salt and water, and that's all it takes, and everybody knows that about pie crust. So I guess I'm going to make up about 4. Well, I do need a measuring cup, and just kind of, because I use all different sizes of cups depending on the size of the pan. So for the larger pies, I usually use kind of like a little coffee mug, and that will make up a double crust or 2 crusts if I fill that full of Crisco. So I'm afraid it'll sound like a rigmarole because I never really go by the recipe. I just use the biggest spoon I can find because it helps when I'm making up the dough, it goes faster. And if I use these 2 kind of big cups of shortening of Crisco, it'll make 4 pie crusts, pretty good sized pie crust. So I like a deeper bowl to stir them in because I think you can get it all together in a ball a little better than you can just kind of like a flat pan. But I think most everybody already knows that. Today really is Ray's birthday, but it'll be Christmas by the time Aaron gets all this together, I guess, what he wants to do. Surprise, surprise. Okay. For about those 4 pans there, just not real little pans. I usually use 2 of these this size, and they're not regular cups. Now, if you're just making a little pie crust, the cup is all right to use, but it would be real little crust. Then, for the salt, I just had a little salt for each crust, not even maybe it probably could be called a 1/4 of a teaspoon, but not quite, because it gets too salty. Don't want anything too salty. Then, there's just nothing to it. You just start adding flour, and I don't measure the flour. That's another thing that I do measure the water and the shortening, and you can only put so much flour together with so much water and shortening. So there's really, it's very simple. What I did do before I started on this was to put Crisco in the pie pans, but don't use oil or any butter or anything like that to keep the crust from sticking. And then you just dust it with flour, whatever how many pans you're going to use. So I started to do that and got some of it done. Then I got tickled thinking about how it stood for me to clean that dirty ice box before I started any of this. He used to tell me that all the time. And he even wrote it in a letter. When I start to make anything, I'm supposed to clean that dirty ice box first. So I did that. Then I took try to find a regular tablespoon. Not one you stir with, it's a regular tablespoon. And I know the recipes don't call for that much water and stuff, but I have to have it. So for each crust, I usually put about 5 tablespoons of water to this. And I don't add it all at one time, but I'll make, now that would be for about 2, because you don't need it too wet till you get a ball of dough made up, kind of. Not hurry. So then you just add the rest of the water, which would be 10 more. Cold water. I think that's what I put in there. I think I put 20. So if you're just making that one pie crust, you just use 5 tablespoons of water, but I can't get away with just making that one pie around here. You just make up a kind of a soft dough. And put some more flour in it. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough for 4 pies. You could add a couple more tablespoons of butter. Because you've got plenty of Crisco in there. I didn't ask Donna this time what kind of pies to make. She usually tells me, so I'm just guessing at what she wants me to make. But this will make a kind of a soft dough, and then I just do the rest of it out on the board here. It's a little easier for me. Like I say, I did not measure the flour, but you can only get so much flour in it and get a soft dough to start with. But I didn't do what Joe Ellen does and take 2 aspirins to start with because I didn't need to. But she says that in a recipe that she needs 2 aspirins and a cup of hot tea. I didn't need any of that. So I just start trying to pull this dough together here. And you just work it up and work enough flour in it until it's just a firm dough. I guess I could have measured out the flour, but I don't know how much it would take. I think the recipes tell you, so you can go by that. You have to have the dough firm enough to roll out a pie crust so it won't come all apart. So it just takes a little working on the dough. Of course, I guess if you just was making one pie to start out with, it might be simpler for somebody that hadn't made one, but I think most everybody's made at least one. Okay, it's just kind of a firm dough that you can roll around without sticking, the way I can tell you. And pinch off a piece that you think will look about the size of a pie crust. Pie can. To work with. You work it some more. Make sure it's going to be firm enough to stay together. Sometimes it doesn't, and I have to do it over. You have to pick out a rolling pin that you think will do. And usually I get the oldest one I've got that don't have but one handle on it for that kind of thing. I have all kinds of them. So if one rolling pin don't work, you artistic with this dough. Then if you're not going to pour fruit and stuff in it right away, you should put some holes in it. If it's going to be like for the lemon pie, you need to press it down around the edge, try not to step against the pan. And punch some holes in it so it won't blow up in the middle. Okay, so there it is. It's ready to bake. You want to turn it off at once now. Okay, when you get the thing on the craft around, sure how long it takes to cook it. I just keep an eye on it myself. So that's all there is to making a pie crust. Nothing to it. I don't know if it'll turn out right or not. They don't always turn out when I make pie crust. And I don't know why. Okay, I've had the oven on 400 degrees, but everybody's oven is not always exactly alike, so you better watch it. And I think it's been in there a good 10 minutes. I didn't look at the clock, guessing at it. And so that's how it looks. So it looks like it's done. Kind of looks like a pie crust. Don't know what it tastes like. So we got the one done out of 4 anyway. And I would watch it though to see. I'd look at it in about 5 minutes to see if it was cooking all right.